What's happening, sports fans? How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Good day to you. And the NFL and ESPN have entered into a non-binding agreement that will give the NFL a 10% ownership stake in the Disney-owned worldwide leader of sports. We're going to talk about that in this segment. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that follow button, and subscribe to the YouTube channels if you have not already done so. Those channels are Kendrick Sports Hustle as well as TFG Sports Media. Well, this is a deal that had been a rumor mill and had been in the works for a few years, and now it isn't official. On Tuesday night, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell will make the announcement that ESPN is acquiring NFL Network and rights to distribute NFL RedZone to satellite providers as well as cable providers here in the near future. The NFL, in return, will take a 10% stake in ESPN. That 10% stake equals roughly $2.6 billion. Now, ESPN is also acquiring NFL fantasy assets. Now, this deal is pending federal regulatory approval and is not expected to probably go into effect until next year around the 2026 NFL season. Now, the league is holding on to NFL Films, which produces HBO, Hard Knocks and all that, NFL.com, the NFL Podcast Network, the NFL Fast Channel, and the NFL 32 team website. So all that is still going to stay under the NFL umbrella. But the NFL Network, it will be up under ESPN. Now again, if approved, it still has to meet federal regulatory requirements. The deal likely won't take effect until the 2026 season. So how will this affect how ESPN NFL insiders, reporters, how would this affect how they report on the NFL? I'm talking about Adam Schefter. You know, he's one of the senior NFL insider for ESPN. Breaks a lot of stories. You got Phil Yates, you got Sal Palantonio, you got Laura Rutledge, and Lisa Salters. How will this affect how these guys cover the league? Because we know sometimes there's some stories that happen, whether it be a player, whether it be a coach, whether it be some other situation, suspensions, whatnot. A lot of times, Commissioner Roger Goodell doesn't want a lot of that information out there, or he wants to put a spin on it. Will this affect how these sports journalists cover some of those negative stories that happen? And we know they're going to come down the pipeline. So as a viewer, as a consumer of sports, me being one, and I know fans out there watching ESPN, once this merger take place, will they be putting spins on stories or not reporting on stories because the NFL said, no, we don't want that aired. We don't want you to cover that. So that is going to be something to keep your eye on. I'm definitely going to keep my eye on it. But again, I'm not surprised at this. I think you're going to see a lot of these professional leagues get in bed, I should say, with some of these sports networks. I'm sure it's going to be some talks of FS1. Fox Sports may be trying to do something with a major professional league where they can get, that league maybe can get a 10% stake in ownership of Fox Sports. I don't know, but I think this is now, it's going to be the norm. Because of a lot of these professional leagues want to get on this streaming service. And speaking of streaming, ESPN is launching a new streaming service for sports. So you're going to see a lot of this happening. So how will it affect sports news? Time will tell. But I think we're going to see it covered differently. As far as I'm concerned, I think that's what we're going to see. So I'm definitely going to have my glasses on it, watching how these NFL insiders cover the league. Now again, this is not going to take effect until it passes federal regulatory rules, and most likely we won't see this merger happen until next season. And oh, by the way, ESPN is going to get a couple of more regular season games from the NFL, and also will be able to air a Super Bowl, I believe, after the 2026 season, and then after the 2030 season, which would be the first Super Bowl aired on ESPN. They have not had a Super Bowl. As a matter of fact, I don't think ABC has had a Super Bowl since, I want to say, it's been 20 years or so. So it's been a minute. So I'd like to know what you guys think about this merger between ESPN and NFL. Talk to me in the comments. You like it? I want to know. If you don't like it, I want to know too. Tell me what you think. I'm Kendrick, the sports guy. We will see you on the other side and on the next report. I am out. Peace.